All right, guys, here with another video. And I was making a video about 10 minutes ago on one of my favorite blues riffs. But then I'm thinking, there's too many techniques on that. It's easy. It sounds easy and it is easy to understand. And it's just in a blues context. But it's just, there's too much, there's too many technical sides of it to truly make it sound the way you want it to sound. So I just figured we go back to the basics, like I always like to do, and teach a solid rhythm guitar playing lesson, okay? This will be very solid and this will give you a good foundation. So basically, this video is going to be titled How to Become a Great Rhythm Guitar Player. So let's just start right now. There's two types of rhythm guitar players. There's wrist players and there's arm players. You decide what you are. There's also finger players. But that's a completely different skill. So we're just gonna stick with the pick. You don't even have to use a pick. You can strum with your fingers too. However's natural. I'm sure you've developed your own style already. Keep that style and don't change it because it'll set you apart from everyone else and it'll give you a unique sound. You don't want to sound like everyone else, so fuck that. Sound like yourself. So you can use your fingers as a wrist, like as a wrist thing, or you can use your fingers as a whatever you want, and you could probably do both. Like really go crazy on it, right? Okay, but we are using a pick, and I have a heavy pick, and I also have a thin pick. Okay, I think I will actually use a thin pick for this lesson. Thin picks are great for rhythm playing because it gives it that delicate touch on the strings. Okay. So, number one thing you want to be able to do is play an A minor 7 chord. And that's when you bar everything on the 5th fret. Let me get a little bit closer for you. With your pointer finger, use your thumb as an anchor point and kind of push back. There will be a lot of pressure on the thumb. Honestly, there will be more pressure on the thumb than on this finger itself. You don't want to be pressing down as hard as you can with this finger. You want to use your thumb right here to kind of, and then pull back kind of so you can get that, okay? And I know I was showing the thumb like this, but flatten out your thumb like that, okay? And there's not much tension, not much pressure, and yet I'm able to let everything ring out. So that's where you want to get to, okay? And then just put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A. Now you have your A minor 7, okay? So when we play this, first of all, we want to be able to let it ring out like that at the very beginning of learning chords. This is what you want. You want it to ring out just like that. But once we get more into it, we want to be able to stop it. And the best way to stop a chord is to not go, is not to cover it with this hand. It's actually to lift the fingers up. Like what you do by accident when I'm sure if you're brand new and you're learning this chord, you're going, like where these notes are dead, that's what you want to be doing on purpose to end it. Yes, on everything. So just have it hovered over and then just press down. So you go, and it ends it immediately. It's like playing its own note. So like whenever you want it to end, dang, that's the thing. Okay? So you strum down and you end it. Okay, so that's number one. You want to be able to do that. Okay, so that's my favorite. Okay, so strum, let it ring, then strum again, and just end it. So, okay, so. That's what we're gonna do. And you could really go crazy with it. Remember, I'm using my wrist. You can use your arm. Okay, so while this is muted, you go up and down. So, dun, 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 up or down, up, down, and then on the upstroke, press it again. So, okay? So, up, down, up. So, down, and then just go down, up. So, down, down, mute it, okay? And then you go down again, so. 3, so 1, 2, 3, so 1, and so like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, something like that. Okay, so so practice that. Just break it up. I suck at counting time, so let's just go. That's another thing. You don't need to count time. You don't need to do any of that shit, especially if you build the foundation of just like playing and just getting a rhythm. Play with a metronome and just. Okay, so. Okay, so. And then you just end it with. So. You could slow it down on YouTube to really get the taste of it. So once you can do that, see, I'm switching it up. And a secret that I figured out on my own, I have no idea how many people know this or how useful it can be to your style, but I'll take one chord and I'll play it several different ways just by how I use my right hand. So I'll just play the top strings for a little bit. And I'll treat it like drums. Like, this is the low shit, and then these can be kind of like, it's like just a beat, like. It's just something you can do, so. I'm going all over the place, okay? So that's just a little tip. And just go crazy with it. You will develop things that I could never dream of coming up with, because you know why? You know why? It's not because you're better than me or I'm better than you or blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with that. That's the great thing about music. It's not a competition. It's just the pure fact that you are a completely different individual with completely different life experiences and completely different talents, okay? And I believe that music isn't really a talent itself. It's music brings together all the other talents that have been given to you in life that help you do other things. And music is kind of like showcases that. I think anyone can play music no matter who you are. I really believe that. And it's just if you like it or not, or if you were raised in an environment to where music was appealing, okay? Even if you were made to play music as a young age, that doesn't mean music will be appealing to you. It just depends how it developed with you as you were growing up or as you matured, you know what I mean? So I think anyone can play music. And I say for just a regular person, just trying to sound good, one of the best things you could do is throw out the fucking book. Throw out the fucking book. But also, throw out the fucking book after you read it. Read the book and be like, oh, that's an interesting style. Okay, that's interesting. But don't live by it. Okay? Just have that there as like, okay, this is cool. I like playing this. Thank you, book. And the book is like any style or any way that someone tells you how to play it. And if you like it, okay, nice, nice. But don't marry it. Fucking don't marry it, okay? Hit it and quit it. That's all I got to say about techniques. You want to hit it and quit it. Because then eventually your subconscious will gift you new ways of playing that only you do and no one else does. And we're all different. Like, fuck trying to be like everyone else. Just be your own person, okay? Play your own style. And if you're good, you're good. That's all there is to it, okay? All right, so that was me preaching a little bit. And I hope now you have the tools to make yourself a great rhythm player. All right? Have a good day, guys.